Welcome to the Mastermind Out podcast, where we help entrepreneurs and digital content creators grow their online presence. I'm your host, Creative, and in this episode, we're going to be diving into the 5 social media mistakes to avoid for better brand presence. Join us as we explore tactics, emerging trends, and critical insights to help your brand thrive in this upcoming year. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Well, today is going to be a very interesting topic as we're going to be talking about 5 social media mistakes to avoid for a better brand presence. Now, I have been using social media for a long time, and there's actually a right way and a wrong way to use social media. Today, we're going to be talking about the mistakes that you could be doing to hinder your growth on your online presence. And let's actually just dive right into it. And obviously, digital marketing, social media, as we know, we just talked about, it's a very powerful tool. Maintaining your presence is hard. And people sometimes, like myself, can fall into these common traps to kind of hinder our efforts. So to ensure that our brand thrives online, let's talk about 5 social media mistakes to avoid. And let's start by number 1, inconsistent posting. Now, what this means is actually going through a time where you're not posting, when you're going silent, and your brand seems to be unreliable. And people are out here looking for brands that they can trust. And if I can't trust your brand, I'm not going to recommend your brand. I'm not going to want to use your brand. You're not going to use your product. So that's one thing we're seeing a lot of mistakes is that these companies or the brands, they don't have inconsistent posting. They kind of post on the fly, and they really lose a lot of their momentum. And the solution for that is to develop a content calendar strategy. Stick to consistent posting schedule. You can use tools like Meritcool, which is probably one of my favorite. We also have Hootsuite, Buffer, and there's many automation platforms out there to help you post. Aim in the very beginning, if you're just starting off, aim to post at least twice a week. Start slow and then start ramping it up. Second one is ignoring your analytics. The secret sauce is in the data. Brands fail to utilize social media analytics to measure their effort. They ignore what actual data they can use to generate more leads, to create opportunities. And if you're not looking at your data, you're missing out on all that. You're really missing out on growth. The solution for this is to review your social media matrix. Look at the different platforms like your LinkedIn, your Facebook, whatever social media tool that you have. There's analytics tools for you for free that you can use. Research. Look at your audience. Look what time they're coming in. Look what they're engaging with. Again, the secret sauce is in the data. The next one we'll talk about is over promoting. Now, yes, this is something where you can be consistently pushing out a product or service, and it's going to turn off your audience because all they're going to just see is the same product over and over and over and over again. Over promoting can lead to decrease in engagement and lose followers because they no longer want to follow you because you're kind of pushing down their product down their throat. Nobody wants that. A solution for that is the 80-20 rule. 80% of your content should be informative, entertaining, provide value to your audience. And the other percent should be promotional. Again, 80-20 rule. Stick to that and also figure out what best works for you, for your audience. One tip for you guys is engage in your audience. Ask questions, do polls, get a feedback of what they like, what they don't like. This is a great way to start building a relationship with your audience and get some instant feedback to figure out what does your community want and what type of content you should be promoting. Number 4 is neglecting visual content. Relying just on text posts on social media is dull, it's boring, it's unappealing. And in today's world, people want something that they can connect with. Images, videos, those type of things can create and higher engagement. So don't neglect your visual content. Spend some time and incorporate high resolution images. So if you're a restaurant, invest in a professional photographer to take photos of you, to highlight the colors, use a color grade to enhance the image. Don't just use your cell phone. Utilize video. I mean, video is becoming so popular on social media. We've got TikTok, Instagram Reels, and people are loving video. It's just a way of format that it hits harder, and it connects with viewers on a daily basis. Now, there are tools out there that you can use to enhance your visual content and make it easier for you. You no longer need to be a graphic designer to create flyers or posts or anything like that. You can use things like Adobe Express, Canva, Figma. Any of those type of platforms already have templates for you to use. And number 5, which is which is something I see a lot, is not having a clear strategy. Posting without a clear strategy can create inconsistent messaging, and you can miss opportunity. The lack of directions is difficult to achieve if you don't have any social media goals. Really, what's happening is that you see companies out there that are just posting on a fly. They're just going with whatever is hot for the week, and not realizing that their target audience is missing what's happening. They're missing the key messaging. There's not a plan. They're not looking forward to the posts. So make sure that you have a consistent, clear strategy when you're using social media, right? You want people to love your brand, get used to your brand, and rely on your brand as you move forward. So it's a little bit of tips for that is to review your strategy. Keep changing it as trends are coming up. Ask your target audience of what they like. This is a great way to involve your target audience and get some feedback. Also, brainstorm with your team. There could be good ideas with your team that somebody can be recommending. Try new things, right? But have a plan, put things together, have a strategy for those things. If you are out here and you're constantly making these mistakes, you're really hindering your online presence. So, being consistent, leveraging analytics, balancing promotional content, prioritizing visual content, and maintaining a clear strategy can really boost your social media presence that drives brand growth. I myself, I've worked with a lot of companies, and one of the things that we like to always start off is our strategy, right? Figure out what the strategy is, try to figure out a cadence. And when it comes to content, it's not about the quantity, it's really about the quality. Really have really engaging content and play around with it, right? Some things might work this month, sometimes things don't work the next month. So try to figure out what that sweet spot, keep engaging, keep creating, and see how your brand can grow.